Good morning, everybody. Looking at SPX 500, or at least trying to at this point. Let's see if we can get some size in here so we can see what we're looking at. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Figuring out how to get this situated. So maybe we'll take it off the screen while I get it situated. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. It's Wednesday. We've got a short day in the market. In here so we can see what we're looking at. Anticipation of, I don't know, seemed to be a lot. Seemed to be a lot yesterday. So I'm trying to get this on the screen. But let's look at it. Take a look at it. I know Tesla was decided they was excited about those deliveries, and next thing we know, they was moving. I think Tesla moved about 10%. This is the recovery of what's going on. But we had a little bit of a pullback this morning so far. Let me make sure I get back on the screen. There we go. I had to put on my computer glasses today because this screen feels like it's like burning into my eyes. Maybe I'll put some drops in my eyes, so maybe that'll save me some too. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Karen. How y'all doing? Put some drops in. Maybe that'll help. I feel like I've been looking at a lot of screens the last couple of days, and I'm a little tired. And when you're tired, your eyes are working the hardest. They're like, we trying to hold you up here, but you're doing a lot, sis. Okay, so this is S&P SPX 500 running this morning, or actually this is ES moving this morning. Even if you don't see like what the numbers are doing, you can see the price action. I'm going to change it to SPX 500 so that way we can see that these are SPX numbers. But you see the price action. That's really what I wanted you to be able to see here was the price action and what's happening this morning. All right. So we're currently at 55.04. Yesterday, SPX ran on up into the 55. I think it closed at what, 55.09 yesterday or something like that. And it's gone up a little higher than that, even this in the pre-market or post-market yesterday. But it's pulling back right now. It's at 55.04 this morning. Let's look at the VIX. The VIX is at 12.14. Yesterday we were in the 13s. It says it's up 0.91%, but of course that's up from yesterday because as the market goes up, the VIX goes down. And as you know, the market goes down, the VIX goes up. That's how that goes. All right. The VIX is the volatility index or the fear indicator. That's what's going on with the VIX. 12.15 is what's there. Powell says, even though things are looking okay, he's still not ready for a price cut or a rate cut. So we still riding out basically while the new normal matters more to investors than AI. Boeing is stuck digging itself out of the hole it created. Oh my. ECB Forum Powell reiterates need for more data. That basically we're going to hold fast. We're going to keep it in the road until we figure out what's next. And that's pretty much what's going on. Europe stocks rise, U.S. futures steady after S&P 500 record, which was yesterday. We busted across that 5,500 yesterday, like breezed on through. The biggest risk to NVDA being a $10 trillion juggernaut. Yeah, it's definitely growing. And it went up a little bit more yesterday. We'll see what happens there today. Okay, talked a little bit about Tesla, up another 3% in the pre-market trading after better than expected deliveries report. Southwest Airlines adopts a poison pill to fend off activist Elliott Management. Not sure what they are. And we're talking about AI at the ordering window. Now, you already know that. I mean, when you go inside of McDonald's, you see that you go to the little screen, it's like nobody in the front. Basically, I've gone into McDonald's at breakfast time. I don't really do McDonald's too much in the later, but I will do some McDonald's breakfast because those hotcakes and sausage, or hot cake and sausage, as my mama used to say, um, those are gonna be good all the time. Tanya's here, Janae's here. Happy midweek. Hey, Miss Barbara. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, Adeline, how y'all doing? Good morning. Private payrolls grew by just 150,000 in June, less than expected. This data, let's see. 8:15, we've got ADP non-farm employment change. Let me refresh this because unemployment claims is also at 8:30. That came in. Let me put it where we can see all the numbers. Okay, so we expected 434,000, but it was 430. Sorry, we expected 234,000. We got 238,000. For non-farm employment, 163,000 was anticipated. It ended up being 150,000. 19% on the job cuts. FOMC member Williams spoke. At 9:45, we're going to have PMI, and PMI is more inflation data. So 9:45 and 10 o'clock, you want to keep that in mind before you set any trades at the open, right? So the market opens, all the candles start moving really fast. People get excited and they start pushing buttons. And no, wait, let's wait. Wait until 10 o'clock at least to see what's going on with PMI. Let's see what's going on with that first. 10:30 crude oil inventories, which is an orange folder really. Natural gas storage at 12. FOMC meeting minutes at 2. But the market closes at 1 today. The market is supposed to close at 1 o'clock. So we won't be around for these meeting minutes. The market will be closed for that. We won't be around for that. So whatever you set today, just know if you're trading it for today, you got till 1 o'clock. Now, I remember something, and maybe somebody in my community can help us. When we were doing zero DTE trading, and the market closed early, did those trades stop at the 1 o'clock when the market closed, or did those trades continue until the same 4 o'clock, 4:15? Somebody in my community who remembers when we used to trade all the time. Miss Barbara might be one who remembers what happened when we had short days. Did our trade stop at 1 o'clock also, or did it continue? Somehow I remember a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock thing happening. That one time we thought it closed at 1, but it really closed at 2. And at 2 o'clock, I do remember things stopping, but maybe somebody can refresh our memories to make sure I didn't forget something that's going on there. Okay, so this is investing.com. Some of the same stuff, 9:45 PMI, 10 o'clock. I know y'all can't hardly read this, but I can. It's kind of small for you all. 10 o'clock, we've got ISM non-manufacturing. Let me see if anything else pops up that's not on the other one. Crude oil inventories, 10:30, 11:30, 4-week and 8-week bill auctions, 12 o'clock, the natural gas storage, and the Fed GDP now. Okay, all of that is happening this afternoon or this day. Tanya says push the button. Push what button? What button we pushing? Okay, so we nope, I want to go here. We only thing we had for earnings this morning was Constellation Brands, which is STZ, and I'll go to the STZ chart here in a second, but they seem to have a nice little pop. Let me go ahead and do it now while I'm thinking about it. I don't want to forget and then not swing back. They seem to be doing, they had a nice little pop this morning with their earnings trade. See here, this was their earnings, was this big old candle right here. This big old candle here was their earnings. And looks like they've hit some resistance around 268. I think that's an 8. Yes, 268, and it's pulling back just a bit, but definitely we got some up. There might be an opportunity for STZ. I've not ever traded Constellation Brands, but it's currently at 268. Ms. Barbara says, I believe the confusion was with the time it was closing at 1 versus 2. Okay, I remember that too, Ms. Barbara. So today it's supposed to close at 1. If somebody finds out that it's at some other time, then let me know, but it's supposed to close at 1. Is it good to get into weeklies today or wait till next week? You can get into weeklies today. Actually, this would be like our Thursday. And the good thing about getting into our weekly this week, I like today as an entry, right? I like today because you got tomorrow is going to be theta decay with the market being closed, and then you can close your trades on Friday. So again, today is like our Thursday. I got a few stocks we're going to look at here in a minute, but yeah, I think today is good for weeklies. I think it's good for weeklies, and I saw some opportunities that maybe something that we want to get in on. Let's look at Adams numbers. If I can get it to populate. There we go. Yesterday morning, SPX put in a textbook failed breakdown of the prior day's low of 54.49, triggering long. 55.08 was my target, and we squeezed here based all night. Half trading day, keep riding those runners. Plans as long as we're above 55.01. As long as we're greater than that. Oh my goodness, where was the thing here? I want to make sure I'm saying what he said, but I feel like there's something there that's missing. As long as we're greater than, I guess, the 55.08, but then that's below this. Then our target is 55.01, 55.06, 55.18, 55.25 are up next. So as we stay above 5,500, because 5,500 will be or is the new now support, because once you cross that number, it plays support, right? If 55.01 fails, then we can dip back to 54.85. All right. The gap between SPX and ES is now 57 points. So if you're looking at Adam's numbers through the day, just know that there's a 57-point gap between his numbers because he trades ES and our numbers because we trade the SPX. Okay. Yep. Okay, so above 55.01, we can go up some more. Below 55.01, you're at 54.85. And I'm cool with 54.85 personally because my call credit spread don't want it to be in jeopardy. Speaking of call credit spreads, what I've been looking at is let's go to just 1 July first because I'll swing back to that. Just 1 July. We're still on this. I'm really trying to be on it. Believe me, I'm trying. It's not easy. Oh my goodness. Too many opportunities. And now we've got these alerts. The alerts are popping up. They've got XSP and SPX and then trend and then credit spreads. It's like, what is the sister to do? But we're trying to do just 1 July. Yesterday, I did just one stock. I did NVDA yesterday, and I need to look at NVIDIA this morning when we look at charts to make sure that NVIDIA isn't trying to come back down to my strike because I have a strike set, and I don't want NVIDIA drifting back down based on my strike from yesterday. Okay, I think I got 119.5 for Friday is the expiration, and I want it to be fine. I want my trade to be good. All right. Peakbot alerts. We've been doing Peakbot alerts this week. Peakbot alerts. So what's the yeah, I could do that. LL is to shut down the computer when the one trade is done. That would be good, but I usually have other trades that are closing, so I can't. I just pick up my phone. I could just go to some other resource. That would be a good idea. I mean, maybe to try that. Maybe to try that. But Peakbot alerts, we've been doing them for the week. Peakbot alerts, and I'm going to give you some examples of what the alerts are. $5 a week, by the way, and I'm going to show you what you get. I'll put the link in the comments, peakbot.com. Alerts.usepeakbot.com. So this is an example. I'll take myself off the screen. This is an example of what you get for the credit spreads bot. When you, for all the credit spreads, this is just an example, but this list changes throughout the day. So I don't want to say changes, it updates. It doesn't necessarily change. Sometimes the location of the different stocks can move on the list, but at any point, because this updates every 5 minutes, at any point in the day, you see a credit spread you can do. Now, they'll give you the expiration date, and they actually tell you which strikes to do. I only select the sell strike because I don't leave my spreads as wide as this, but I will look at the sell put leg or the sell call leg, and then I build the other side myself. Let's say the other side, like the other leg, the call leg, I do that on my own. But this is for the trend spread. And then shoot, they fooled around and gave us these. We got IWM, SPY, XSP, Triple Q, SPX, and all these are 1 DTE iron condors. Lord of mercy. And you can look at this any time of the day and be given which strikes to do. Like all of these top 4 use $100 of collateral, and the SPX uses $500. But you pick the strikes that they got for 1 DTE. So you enter today with expiration tomorrow. You enter today so you can expire tomorrow. These are not 0 DTE. Hear me. This is not 0 DTE. If you want that, then that's on you. These are 1 DTE, which means you're going to enter today, but you're going to pick tomorrow's or the next day's expiration. Okay, are we clear on this? If you're doing 0 DTE, some of these strikes may work for you, but that's not what they're doing. As the kids say, this ain't that, right? These are not numbers that are giving you for today. These numbers are the algorithm is figuring and doing all its configuring for the next day expiration, not for the same day. Okay. But I showed y'all my results last week, how I did Triple Q all week and used $100 of collateral over. And by the end of the week, I was $100 in profit, even though one of those days I got breached, right? Same thing could be happening here. And if you decide you want to even use SPX to do over, we've done this before with the 1 DTE. We didn't do it as iron condors, though. We were picking just one direction. With the iron condor, you're going to definitely pull in more money as far as premiums go, which is going to reduce your risk for the losses. Yes. I think I'm going to do like a little example or something like that in our community. We'll do something in our community. So I'll do some teaching on this in my membership to make sure people really know how to use these alerts. Now, you don't necessarily need these alerts if you want to trade and use PeakBot as your automated trader. For Triple Q, for me, it's set as automated. So it just every day PeakBot will enter the Triple Q for me, and it will close that trade the next day. It enters every day. It picks at 12 o'clock. It enters the trades. The next morning, it puts the close order and it closes it back up. I don't have to do anything. That's the automated trading. It means I don't have to do anything but say I want Triple Q. And until I turn it off, it will continue to go every day until I turn it off, right? I'm using Triple Q versus SPY. No real reason, but I just wanted to be in the tech side. We always looking at SPY and SPX, but I don't personally, always look at Triple Q. But I use Triple Q with my automated. I use T Triple Q with the trend spread bot, and it enters on Friday and closes. I close it the next day or so. Like for me, it entered yesterday for $42, and I'm gonna close it this morning for $5. So because price moved enough to let me out of that trade. But I really, hey, Mr. Earl, I really want y'all to consider looking at usepeakbot.com/E2T for the automated trading, which is completely hands-free. Again, all you have to do is select the stock. Or you want to do that iron condor, you can let it rinse and repeat the iron condors. If you don't want the automated trading, though, then go to the alerts. Go and use the alerts. Now, the alerts, you go in there, the dashboard, whenever it is you want to see it, you go and look at the dashboard and pick what you want when you want it. and enter the trades based on what they suggest as far as strikes. All right. So you can use free 2 if you want 2 free weeks of alerts or the ability to get to the alerts. You can go to alerts.usepeakbot.com and use free 2 as your coupon code. Okay. If we got any questions about that, please be sure to ask me. You can ask me here if you'd like, or you can send me an inbox. That way we can answer whatever questions you might have about the alerts. Even though I'm an affiliate for Peakbot, I don't get anything back from the alerts. The $5 you pay for those alerts, I don't get any of that money. But if you are an automated trader, if you're an automated person, if you decide to automate with them and connect with them like that, then I do receive affiliate money for that. Okay. Let's look at Eli Lilly. Being transparent, make sure nobody's thinking she just talking about this because she gonna make some money off it. Well, no, on the alerts, I don't make any money off of those, but I do think that they're very useful. I wouldn't use them myself if they weren't, because I paid my $5. Okay, so I'm not getting alerts for free. I paid I'm paying my $5 every week because I think they're very useful, especially for that 1 DTE on XSP, SPX, triple Q, SPY, all those. If you didn't do nothing but use that and rinse and repeat 1 DTE every time, I think that's definitely more than the $5 that you're going to pay. So letting the bot figure out for you what would be good strikes. And if you decide you don't want the whole iron condor, you can just pick one side and go with the numbers that they suggest. You use the alert to help you out. Good morning, Carmen. Okay, this is Eli Lilly we got on the screen right now. Eli Lilly got they got a yes for something to do with one of their drugs they're using. They got a yes. So look at this big old wick over here. This is the daily chart. Wanted to see if there's some opportunity for a potential, looks like a put credit spread. Y'all see this movement? We did pull back on a little bit of a gap, but it ran right on back up and filled it. So as far as that goes, we are green. Eli Lilly, I see here 909.50. I had to close my Thinkorswim because it was slowing my computer down too much. But I'll look at some numbers here on my phone and put us some numbers up here. LL, does anybody trade Eli Lilly? Did anybody see that they was moving like this? Let me go to the single so I can see. Plus minus 14. Plus minus 14. Actually 14.7, which is 15. So if we took 15 away from this, we'd be at what, 896 or something like that. Eli Lilly has 2.5 spreads. So 892.5, 895 is what would be the suggestion. 892.5, 895. No, I want this. I want this, baby. 892.5, 895 to put credit spread. If you were interested in trading Eli Lilly, let's see what kind of money Eli Lilly paying for them spreads. For those spreads, 892.5, 895. Looks like it's paying $39. That's more than a 10%. That's about 15% return. 895, maybe more like 12 or 13%. 25, 35. Yeah, that's more like 15%. Paying $39 for this put credit spread for this coming Friday. So 2 days. And again, you're going to have Theta. Theta's going to help you out. Theta's going to help you out. Miss Barbara, I'm telling you about that Peakbot and there was alerts, sis. Again, y'all know I wouldn't suggest stuff if it wasn't useful. And, you know, I ride with them dudes because the people, and I think Nori was on yesterday and she was like, Peakbot is amazing. She was shocked at what all they offer. But Peakbot is the only, as far as I know, the only automated bot that is checking for the sellers. And we need people to be checking for us. There's all kind of bots for the buyers. I want the bots to be checking for the sellers too. And this one, Peakbot, does check for the sellers. Okay, so that was Eli Lilly. Let's look at PayPal. Let's look at PayPal. See what PayPal has to offer us. Anything? Well, PayPal is on the call credit spread side of our graphic. It did have a gap up yesterday, and it came back down and filled the gap during the day. But if we were looking at a call credit spread, I would look above, what's that, 59? Look above 59. I don't know what we got for the graphic. Now that we have PayPal, now that we only have another, basically you've got one DTE. When you enter today, you're going to exit on Friday, and tomorrow the market is closed. They also have great customer service. I do agree with that. They have really good customer service. Those are my dudes. What did I say? Call credit spread side. And we're looking at, looks like 60 would probably be the best, as far as probability out of the money. 60, 61. Looks like you can get about $10. About $10 at this point. Market is closed, but when this comes up some more, you're going to get a little bit better premiums as the price rises towards it some. Of course, what you wanted to do is you wanted to stay below your strike. What is this one up here? What is this mark? That's 60.59. So you do want, if you pick 60, 61 is probably not going to offer you the premiums you're looking for, but up to you what you choose. I don't give investment advice. I just show some stuff and we talk about it. And if we like what we see, we go for it. If we like what we see, we go for it. Okay, Exxon is also on the call credit spread list, probably because of this. It's just been chilling right in here. I see, what's this, 116? Let me see if I get Exxon Energy. It has been trying to get itself back in motion, but it hasn't been able to just yet. This resistance here is 117 and some change. So I would actually probably go with a 117. I'm looking here to see what we see on the probability. The money, actually 116 is 85. So you could go 116, 117. Let's see about some premiums there. If you wanted to trade Exxon, of course, you might be able to do, I see some iron condor opportunities. It hadn't gone really down here underneath this 117. Is that 117? No, that's 113. My computer glasses are not as crisp as my regular glasses, but they protect my eyes better. Put credit spread 112, 113. I'll try to get below the 113. Yeah. 112, it might even 111, 112. Based on what I see. I might do 111, 112. I will go with that. Because the 113 has a 74%, which I'm fine with 74%, but some people get a little nervous if it's in the 70s. But if you feel a little more risky, then you could do 112, 113. Or 112, 113. If you're looking at Exxon for Friday, this is for Friday. Now let's go look at our EMPH. EMPH is one of our favorites. I've been looking at it all week. It has shown up on the peak buy alerts all week. And then I was like, I just didn't I didn't see the premiums I really wanted to see. So I was like, well, let me, EMPH pays really good premiums, but I wasn't seeing them, as nicely as I liked. So I left it. And then I'm trying to do my one trade just one July. So some trades I would normally jump right in. I'm a little more discerning, trying to be a little more discerning. But EMPH has been going down for a minute. Y'all see this? It just can't seem to find. Let me see if I can find some support back here. See if we got some support. Looks like there's some down here at 77. There's got to be some before that inside of this candle. Let me see if I see a daily back in that same area of November. There's got to be something. Looks like we're right at it. Looks like based on December, we are at that support. We're in the support area. Now, this shooter candle for yesterday is an indication of more downwards motion. This is what's called a shooter, and that candle can indicate more downwards. We don't necessarily want that. Let me turn on some strat help. Let me go with that one. Strat assistant. See, 222 bearish continuation is what indicated yesterday. This shooter can show it's going more down. So if you were going to trade it, I probably would go, if you're going to do in phase, this is a daily chart. We probably could look here in the, what's that, 105, 106. Let me see. I'm going to change to in phase and see what kind of numbers we see here. On the call credit spread side, I don't think I'd get underneath at this point. 99 is 75% and 100 is 82%. So you really, it says 99 as far as using the probability out of the money as your helper. Call credit spread 99, 100. Well, 99, 100, the market is closed, of course, but 99, 100 is paying $15. 99, 100 is paying $15. In-phase pays pretty decent premiums. So, all right. Last but not least, we got Uber. Y'all know we like a Uber trade on a Thursday. We like a Uber trade on a Thursday because Uber just been chilling in this zone right here. Uber just chilling in the zone. Actually, probably could get a little lower than that, but I'll put that one there just because it's easy to see. But Uber's been hanging out in this zone here for a minute. So let me go look at my phone and see what kind of strikes we see for Uber. Uber. Somebody talked about Lyft the other day too. Oh, did y'all see that in some state, I think it was Massachusetts or somewhere, they're going to make Uber pay the employees like 20 something or $30 an hour and give them benefits. I mean, Uber going to become a real job. Maybe it said Uber drivers. I was going to say maybe they were just talking about employees, but they were talking about the drivers. They were going to pay, they're going to start paying the drivers an hourly wage. I said, oh, now wait, Uber's supposed to be a side gig or like what's called a gig job where you just pay just to go do it real quick. But I don't know if anybody was planning on getting paid by the hour by Uber, by Goober. I see 69 as the bottom and 72 as the top. 69 and 72. PCS 68, 69. And call credit spread 72, 73. Well, let's see what they're paying. See what these spreads would pay if you did the iron condor. I've done this the last couple of weeks. You know, don't always keep going, but $8 on the bottom and $13 on the top. So $21 total. $21 total if you did the iron condor on Uber. Okay. Netflix, how come when I put this, it doesn't come up, doesn't show up? How come when you put what? Netflix? How come when I put this? What's the this? This is Netflix on my screen. Netflix is another one that's kind of been in the zone. Probably could get down in here, and I don't know what this you're talking about, Janae. You got to be more specific. And I know it's specific, but you know, people do that. So got to be more specific. Okay, Netflix, let's look at it real quick. Netflix been in the zone. This is the daily chart. Been here since June. I almost said January, but it can't be. We're not in January. The year is just flying by, just in case. I see 670 on the bottom. PCS 667.5/670. And on the top, I see, I probably would go with 690, 692.5. CCS 690, 692.5. Let's see what kind of premiums. Shoot, 690 is up there a bit. Up above these wicks is 690. So you got room. Got room. Let's see what kind of money. What kind of monies? Okay. Under the boardwalk. Down by the sea. Okay, so 667.5, 670. I see 24. Actually, I see $40. $40 down here. $40. And on the call credit spread, 690. Another $33. You're going to leverage 250, right? You're only leveraging 250, 670, and 6. You all see me writing it down? What do y'all think that means? What do y'all think it means? When in the middle of the call, I start writing stuff down. So $70-something for putting up 250. That's about a 30% return on your monies. Yes. And we're gonna get a day of Theta Decay to help us out. What y'all think that mean? What y'all think that mean? That means just take a look. Take a look. Take a look. That's what that means. It means take a look. Look again. Just like in the Bible, when Elisha said, I don't see any rain coming. He's like, go look again. Go look again. Okay. So vertical credit spreads. That's what I've been talking about here. I've been talking about the spreads. Tanya said, get in where you fit in. Yes, get in where you fit in. I've been talking about credit spreads. If you don't know how to do credit spreads and how to figure out how much money it's going to make, how much money it's going to cost, what are the best strikes, what do we do? This is where we go. The vertical credit spreads training, right? It's on special for $47. Y'all go ahead and grab you some access if you don't know how to use credit spreads. I am convinced, and I'm not saying this just because I created this training or whatever, but I am convinced that credit spreads is one of, if not the best way to grow your account. Yes, there are opportunities for you to lose your money. That's with everything. But with credit spreads, you don't have to do as much watching. You just need the price to not come to your strike or not expire at your strike, and you get your money right when you enter. You get paid right away. Biden says the weight loss drugs cost too much. That's what he said. You know about Eli Lilly, or you know about Eli Lilly said the weight loss drugs cost too much. Free charting checklist. If you want to get your charting checklist free, that basically helps you look at what things do you look at when you're charting, what things help you to get ready to chart, right? Chart your way to 100k.com. You can go over there and get you a free charting checklist. All I'm asking you for is you still looking at Eli Lilly. All I want is your email address, and then you can get your free charting checklist. All righty. Eli Lilly didn't appeal to me as much as that Netflix just did. It didn't appeal to me the same way. Options 411, unlocking the basics. If you're new to options and you're really still trying to learn and you want to understand what options is all about and understand what it takes to be a seller and all that goes with this, Then the options 411 training is there. It is $17. Options 411 is $17 at educatortotrader.com. Make sure I put the link in here right. I had typed in the link, one of my links, I left something out of it, and somebody commented, was like, your link is wrong. I was like, oh, well, thank you. Thank you that you knew it was supposed to be spelled different. I appreciate that. Anytime y'all see something out there that needs to be updated, y'all don't leave my stuff out there hanging, making me, make sure y'all keep me straight. Keep me straight. If I'm got some stuff that's looking wrong, y'all let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay. There we go. Our E2T membership, 8:30 morning calls. Weekly training calls on Thursday, which we're not having one this Thursday because it's the holiday. And then our monthly coaching call is actually going to be next Saturday because I'm traveling for a funeral this weekend. But if you're in my membership, there will be charting, Q&A, and help with your platforms, working with Tasty Trades. Jamie is going to run that Zoom call, and he's going to help with whatever you need help with as far as it goes with your platforms. So if you need, where do I find this button? How do I do this? How do I add this to my chart? How do I enter? How do I exit? Those kind of things. You're going to be on a Zoom call this coming Saturday at 11 o'clock if you're in my membership. And if you're not in the membership, but you want to be there for that, go ahead and get registered for the membership. And then join us. Make sure that you're there for the weekend. All right. We do all the stuff together. We look at these credit spreads. We do all this charting. We have our weekly calls. We're in the community together, talking to each other during the day because trading can be lonely. Lonely. It can be lonely. All right. Let's go to our declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account's growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war and our fingers to fight. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen. All righty. So we got a short day ahead. Short day ahead. All right. So make sure that you're trading with that in mind. If you're doing credit spreads, our credit spreads, you're going to enter today with Friday expiration. Enter today with Friday. We're going to let Theta help us tomorrow, right? I did Amazon yesterday 2 times. I feel like I got into Amazon yesterday. So, anyhow, I was saying, enter today with Friday's expiration. We're going to let Theta help us tomorrow. Theta DK with the market close. You got to worry about no price action per se. Of course, stocks can move when the market is closed in their post market and pre-market, but some stuff like SPX and, not so much SPX and XSP. All right. Okay, everybody. We're going to do 3 things today. We're going to stay green. We're going to get this money and we're going to have a great green day. Of course, I will see you all in the market. If you need to send me a message, inbox me. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell and the thumbs up. I will see you all in the market. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.